Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. Today on the show, of course, we have a new GTA 5 Online video, and today we're going to be talking about all of the biggest and most major changes that Rockstar brought to the game with this week's new weekly GTA Online update and event. We have lots of different limited time rare vehicles that are featured back to the game for this week only that you definitely want to check out before they go away again, and who knows when they're going to return. We also have some decent money bonuses to check out if you're going to be grinding the game consistently this week, and just one type of content activity you may want to try out just to see if it's worth your time. Plus some really good vehicle discounts as well. We don't have a ton of them this week, but we have a property discount we have to talk about, plus some good vehicle discounts, one of which you see behind me right here. This is a beautiful truck you can get, and you can definitely like completely load it up into your own lifted version of any type of truck you want, or sort of like an overland rig like I have going on right now, whatever you want. So we're going to be talking about everything going on this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in, and let's get started. Jumping into our bonuses for this week in GTA Online, we do have double money opportunities on the auto shop client jobs. Now, every time we get this opportunity, a lot of players seem to get confused between the auto shop client robberies, or like the contract robberies that you could do from the job board up there. The client jobs are these vehicles that you can customize at Vehicles Bay 1 and 2 in your auto shop. Now, these normally pay out $20, $25, or $30,000. Those are the profit margins that you make on these types of payouts for the specific activity. With double money, you'll be making either 40, 50, or netting 60k profit depending on the vehicle tier, whether it's, you know, low range, mid range, or top range. You just customize those cars according to client specs, deliver them, or you can send your staff to deliver them for you, and you make that money. Now, we also have double money and RP opportunities on featured series, triple money and RP on community series races, plus a double money and double RP opportunity this week on the Madrazo hits, which you could see this one is actually super close by. So I'm going to be covering this in my money guide tomorrow. But basically, this pays out $20,000 with a $10,000 bonus normally if you use the preferred weapon Martin Madrazo tells you to use. So this week, you'll either be making $40,000, or of course just use the preferred weapon to make $60,000 total dollars using the preferred weapon with these Madrazo hits. You could do these once every single day, so that's $420,000 this week just from this one activity that you could do once a day. It's a great warm-up activity, something that every player should do because it'll take you a minute to 2 minutes at most to do. And we also have one more triple money and triple RP opportunity, and that is on the Martin Madrazo contact missions, and that includes the Martin Madrazo dispatch services. So if you go to Rockstar Created, you could check out all the different missions here in this game, and the ones that are the Martin Madrazo missions, you could see we have them for 3 times money and 3 times RP. So we're going to be checking these out as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. Also, one side note on those Madrazo daily hits, actually one of the bonuses we have for the week, or at least the weekly challenge, if you just eliminate a total of 3 of those, which is just 3 days that you could do, you will get rewarded $100,000. That's an activity you should be doing daily every single day. So the fact that you're getting $100,000 extra for it this week, when you're also getting double money on them, is quite nice. When it comes to our major property and vehicle discounts for the week, let's start off with the properties. We just have one. It is the hands-on car wash. You can get this business for 30% off. This business normally costs you $1 million. Now it's going to cost you $700,000. You can't just go onto Maze Bank foreclosures and buy it though. You need to answer a call from Martin Madrazo, meet him at the airport. You'll watch a cutscene. They'll drive you over to the car wash. Once you do that, then the car wash will become available on Maze Bank foreclosures for you to buy. And that is when, after you buy the car wash, that's when you'll also see the Higgins Helitours business plus the Smoke on the Water smoke shop pop up as well. A lot of players get confused on that. This is a very good business for players. Not only when you buy this, you can make money with the car wash itself, and you can make money from owning various other businesses in this game because money's laundered through those and it ends up as cash in the wall safe. But we also have the ability to get 35% bonuses permanently for sale values when it comes to your counterfeit cash factory as an MC business. Jumping into our other vehicle discounts for this week, the Dubachi Rapid GTX. This is on sale for 20% off. You can get this for $2.164 million. It's a good Dubachi vehicle. Every single Dubachi car is good, whether it's, you know, the Spectre, whether it's the 770, the Dubachi Champion. If you've driven one of those, you've driven the Rapid GTX as well. They're all very, very similar. We also have the NUS Paragon S. This is a 40% off vehicle discount for $1.2 million. The Pegassi Tempesta. This is a car you definitely got to buy. This is also 40% off. You can get it for $797,000. The Karen Everin. I'm not sure why it's in the luxury vehicle section of Southern San Andreas Super Autos, but you can get this car for 40% off. So $885K or as low as $663,750 with the trade price. We also have some aircraft this week, like 40% off. The Buckingham Super Velito on sale for $1.26 $1.67 million. And then the Buckingham Milljet you can get for $1,020,000 with that 40% off discount. The Buckingham Weaponized Kanata on Warstock Cash and Carry, you can get this for 40% off for just over $2 million. And then the last vehicle you can get on discount this week is the Bravado Gauntlet Classic off of the Benny's website. This vehicle's 40% off, $369,000. That's a steal. You can also, since it is a Benny's vehicle, take it to Benny's, upgrade it, transform it, and convert it to the Bravado Gauntlet Classic Custom. That conversion isn't discounted, but I would definitely recommend you buy a second one of these so you can have your own Bravado Gauntlet Classic and also have a second one, the Bravado Gauntlet Classic Custom. That is definitely like a top 5 Benny's vehicle in my opinion, maybe a top 10 for most others. At the Diamond Casino and Resort, your Lucky Wheel podium vehicle for this week is the Karen Boar, which is, it's an off-roader in this game. It's pretty rugged. It's got 4-wheel drive. You got decent enough ground clearance in the rear, but the front is kind of, it's leaned forward a little bit, right? Like it's got a lower suspension setup in the front than it is in the rear. Pretty floaty when it comes to steering and handling. It's like, it's very vague, I guess. It's very similar to like the Tulip, I guess, if you've driven that around. Really tight turning radius, which makes that good if you are trying to like get up Mount Chiliad or something like that. It is kind of fun to take off-road, but it's not meant to be like a dedicated like truck or some other type of off-roader in that same exact sense. Kind of fun to mess around with, not the highest performance. And the thing is, we've had it so much featured for free recently, or we've had it featured for free so much between Salvageard claimable vehicles, between prize rides, podium vehicles. This is like the 7th time in the past couple years since it released, and it's been free. It's kind of ridiculous, actually. Let's spin the lucky wheel. Let's see if we can win another one. We're going to get 2,500 RP. Don't forget about your daily visitor chips. I think it's just a shame because we should see other vehicles rotate onto the podium vehicle more, or at all. There's tons of vehicles that have never been featured here, yet this one gets a chance 7 times to be featured for free for players since its release, whereas other vehicles have been featured into the game, you know, brand new DLC vehicles, whatever, and they've never been featured on the podium, never been featured as a claimable vehicle, nothing like that. This week's LS Car Meet prize ride you can see featured behind me right here is the Classy Drift Tampa, and in order to unlock this vehicle, the prize ride challenge for this week is placing top 5 in LS Car Meet series races. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do it for multiple consecutive days. Just do it once. You can enter a drag race or a drift race or I guess it's the drag race. Just enter that by yourself and you'll be good to go. You get this car for absolutely free. This is a super high performance. I think it's in the sports class in this game. It's got excellent drifting ability, obviously, super fast acceleration. It's loose because it's supposed to be a drift vehicle, yet it's got very manageable traction in that same sense. Obviously, it's inspired by that Unicorn Mustang by Ken Block. It offers that raw, controlled driving experience that every player comes to crave and love in this game. You can drive really aggressively with it. It's got aggressive styling, completely standout customization options in my opinion, and obviously it's a fan favorite for drifting fans. And to me, this is like an actual drifting vehicle, right? Because you have the other drift tune upgrades for other cars in the game, and it just makes them slide around too much. And like, yes, you can literally drift with those cars, but it's not in the same way. It just feels like Rockstar modified in-game stats with the performance of the vehicles to give them, you know, looser traction, more wheel spin, etc., without you completely losing control. Whereas this, you just have to be careful with the throttle and you can drift in what I would say is a more realistic way. It's fun, it's engaging, obviously worth unlocking this week. Let's check out the LS Car Meet test drive vehicles for this week. Usually we have all limited time rare and removed vehicles. This time, only the 2 on the left are limited time. This one was actually brought back to in-game websites for purchase again, so it's not limited time anymore. But it is the Anus Cognoscenti. With this vehicle, obviously, this is pretty crazy from GTA 4, but in this game, it obviously doesn't really hold up. Solid acceleration and top speed for a massive luxury sedan, but of course, that large size and weight is going to lead to super sluggish handling, very poor braking, has the widest turning radius of any car I've ever seen. Crash durability is nice. You're not going to lose that much momentum, but obviously, if you get the Cognoscenti, you might as well just get the armored variant. It's better performing. Obviously, it's armored, and it's just outclassed. Or this one is outclassed by that one, but if you do want to pick this one up, 254K. Next up, the Albany Roosevelt. I gotta say, I actually love this customization on it. This color scheme, this paint job combination between primary and secondary colors looks really nice for this car. This looks like something I would see in like The Godfather or something. I love this version. Anyways, the Albany Roosevelt. Very smooth. Top speed and durability are really nice for this old of a vehicle. Super heavy build. It's not going to be, I guess, the craziest thing to drive around. Obviously, it's a super old classic car, but the coolest thing about this is players, if you have other friends and stuff, they can stand on the sideboards and the running boards and use their weapons. So that's going to add a unique tactical advantage to this car, which is pretty fun just to like mob around with your friends with. I don't know why that NPC is glitching out. If you do want to purchase this vehicle, it is going to run you $750,000. Then we have the Dinka Jester, this is the Dinka Jester race car for this week. The early information preview just said the normal Dinka Jester without the race car livery, so unfortunately, you can't remove the race car livery from it like the normal one, but this is inspired by that 2015 Honda and Acura NSX. Great sports car, super competitive speed, very agile and good handling, exceptional performance in the rain or if you drive this thing in the snow later on this year, and overall it's just ideal for taking in the rain or the snow. It's just a very fun vehicle to drive. It is limited time, $350,000 purchase price. At Simeon's Premium Deluxe Motorsport and this in-game vendor for the week, we have all 5 vehicles featured here being limited time, rare, and removed, of course, featured back just for this week only. They'll probably return in the future. We've seen them a few times, so I guess, you know, they're not super rare anymore, but they're still rare in the sense that they're not statically available for purchase 24/7 on in-game websites. So let's jump in. Let's do left to right. We'll do the Lampadati, or start off with the Lampadati Michele GT first. Performance-wise, this car is just average within the sports classics category. You do get excellent grip on sharp, twisty tracks, but top speed is going to lack if you're going in a straight line. It's compact. Suspension is going to be super bouncy, so getting nudged or anything like that is going to cause this thing to roll over, and that's not what you want off-road, but it is still fun to drive. And cost-wise, it's not crazy expensive. $1,253,000 for the vehicle that you're getting. It is crazy expensive. Overall, in the grand scheme of all vehicles, is it going to like completely nuke your bank account? Not necessarily, depending on the type of player you are, but obviously I don't think you're getting $1.2 $1.3 million worth of value with this car. Next up, we'll move on over to the Vapid Peyote Gasser. Pretty good speed, very appealing in that sense. Same with acceleration. It is a gasser at the end of the day, so that's going to mean you're going to really struggle with handling. And in the handling department, you get excessive understeer if you're going over like 40 miles an hour. Obviously, cornering is going to be a challenge. It's not meant to be a supercar or a sports car, but still, if you're going to be driving it in this game, the only thing this thing is useful for is like drag racing. You got crazy performance limitations, and overall, like if you want something that's faster in a straight line and just overall better, just get the BF Weevil, take it to Benny's, upgrade it into the BF Weevil Custom. The Vapid Peyote Gasser, though, if you want, is $825,000. Next up, the Volcar Fagiloa. This is modeled after the Volvo Amazon wagon. Average acceleration and top speed, crazy oversteer when you take a turn, but honestly, it's kind of fun if you take this thing off-road because it bounces all over the place. Also, if you brake, this thing has some of the worst brakes in the game. Not that it takes like a while to stop, like the brakes don't grab up. It's actually the opposite. You just constantly lock up the wheels when you brake. So it's not really a desirable choice to just drive around in this game, but if you do want it, you can get it for 370 grand this week. Next up, the Karen 190Z. This is an ideal car for beginners. Super accessible driving. You get exceptional handling, super easy to take around corners. You're not going to spin out. You can drift if you want. It's very controlled. Top speed is 110 miles an hour. That's not going to be top tier at all. You get good suspension, strong rear wheel grip, and overall it's just very stable and smooth. Cost wise though, is it the most beginner friendly? $908,000? Not necessarily. And then finally, the Dinka Enduro. This is modeled after those older Honda XL250s and XL350s. Really cool aesthetic. It is better than the Sanchez when it comes to like handling, I guess you could say, but it has a lower top speed. And unfortunately, despite it being an off-road motorcycle with good maneuverability, you can't actually race it off-road, which is such a shame. But if you do want to pick it up, it's 100% worth the money, $48,000 this week. At the Salvageard for this week in GTA Online, these are our 3 vehicle robbery cars. So starting off, we have this Willard Eudora. This is the standard range vehicle for the week, featured in the Podium robbery. The Bravado Buffalo STX is this week's mid-range vehicle, featured in the McToney robbery. And then the Lampadati Cinque Mille is the top range vehicle for this week, featured in the Duggan robbery. Not only are none of these claimable for yet again another week, it's not very often we get claimable cars, but also, we just keep getting the same Salvageard robberies. And so if you watched my video yesterday talking about the previewed information, like the early news and updates before we went in depth with everything today, you guys know that this is the same vehicle robberies we've been getting for the past 3 weeks in a row, or 4 weeks now, I think. Players want the cargo ship robbery because they just want to be able to do it, you know? It's not my absolute most favorite vehicle robbery. The Podium robbery and the Duggan robbery are some of my favorites, but I'm sick of doing the McToney robbery. The submission really gets on my nerves eventually, just because I know I'm never going to be able to find that head of security within a minute. So it's just like the bonus objective is always chalked for me. I'd like to play some new Salvageard robberies, but they keep giving us the exact same repeats. And that's kind of like a theme of this week compared to last week and the weeks previously, where we're getting a lot of repeat items, the Karen Boar, repeat Salvageard robberies, etc. When it comes to the gun van location, if you guys are watching today, Thursday, August the 7th of 2025, you can see we're over here in an alleyway over in La Mesa. This is the location you can see on the map right here. And of course, when it comes to the gun van stock and selection for the week, let's check it out. The military rifle is featured here. This is going to be 30% off for all players in the game. The heavy rifle is also featured. The stun gun, you can get this for 30% off as long as you are a GTA Plus member. You also have the double barrel shotgun for purchase, the vintage pistol, plus the pipe wrench. And of course, if you're on enhanced versions of the game for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, or PC, you can get the El Strickler military rifle, or if you have GTA Plus, that'll be offered at the gun van for absolutely free. So yes, we are going to be wrapping things up right here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure to drop a like if you guys did go on to enjoy, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more GTA Online content just like this. Of course, tomorrow we're going to be checking out all the various money-making methods in depth and detail, and I'll be giving you guys some best tips and best strategies to optimize your GTA Online grind for this week in accordance with the actual money bonuses that we have going on. Some big videos going on this weekend as well. And also, if you guys want to check me out over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, so you can feel free to check me out over on there. I live stream GTA Online all the time, and probably this weekend, since Dax just called me again, it's about time that I complete the last dose missions on this character. I've been putting it off for so long, because I haven't really needed to. I play in invite-only lobbies. I don't really need that Ocelot virtue on this character, but I probably should do it because I'm sick of Dax calling me. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, amigos.